Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a community cast. It's been a while, but here we are, a Supreme Commander 2 community cast. You already knew that because you read the title and you are so smart. So, speaking of the smartest people, they hit that subscribe button and they rang that bell and they turned on all notifications so they can be part of the hottest Supreme Commander 2 action that this channel has to offer. It's free for you and it means a lot to me. And speaking of things that mean a lot to me, guys, click the link down below and check out my band's music. My band is called Black It Out. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you all very much. So the map is Open Palms. It is a 3v3 map, but it's often played as a 1v1. It's considered the ultimate 1v1 map because you have a lot of flanking routes and there's a lot of mass extractors and you're not too far away from each other and there's that little hill in the bottom. So yeah, guys, it is a map that is beloved by pros and, newer players alike. So yeah, let's introduce the players. Speed it back up though, huh? We got Vengeance spawning in as the yellow Cyber Commander, dropping down a triple land factory opener. So that looks to me like he really wants to get troops on the ground way faster than his opponent because he has not built a single mass extractor. So let's see how that works out for him. And then we got his opponent. We got Dynow spawning in as the green UEF commander, dropping down a bunch of eco. Then a land factory. 2 land factories and a research station. Sorry guys, he changed his queue up just a little bit there. So let's speed this up so we could see what happens. Now Vengeance is going to be a little bit behind on the mass game because he opted to build a bunch of factories first, which is a viable option if he wants to be aggressive. So he's really got to push in there now because that window of opportunity is going to slip away from him if he doesn't push in now. He's doing what looks like way back when a good old-fashioned, what would you call that? A good old-fashioned strategy that we used to do called Cybran flanking. We used to build units very quickly as Cybran and go all around the opponent base, especially against UEF or Aeon, mostly UEF. Well, no, Aeon too. We would build a bunch of units real quick and surround our opponent just like this, poking at things, not engaging. Get out of there. Go, Vengeance. Yeah, get out of there. See, now your opponent has to be paying attention. Really needing to be watching wherever you go. So, yeah, definitely don't take hits. Don't take hits. Yeah, that's not how to do that. Real close, though. So I like this, using an engineer to, assisting the ground. So he's going to assist back and forth these factories. A good little trick there. Usually you do that with the commander, but it's still viable with the engineer. So, yeah, the Cybran flank, it's hard to do sometimes. It's real hard to do, but you want to try to get your opponent out of position. But it's really good for keeping your opponent... Oh, this is not what you want to have happen. More units. Yeah. This is going to go in UEF player's favor. Not favorite. Yeah, again, it's going to go in UEF player's favor if you don't micro. If you have less units or equal number of units, the UEF player is going to have the advantage. So the positive thing about all that, it kept his opponent from expanding. So Dynow is doing a really good thing. He's not expanding in back, which would be not a smart thing to do. Even this might not be a good idea. It could be, but he's sucking up some delicious, yummy mass. Dat mass, yo, good job, Dynow. Gotta pat you on the back there. So we had a pretty decent Cybran raid. It didn't get a lot done, but the thing it did get done was allow Vengeance to build up his eco. So Vengeance is building in back and building an expansion. Not always the best idea to build 2 expansions at, really expand 2 ways at the same time because that's 100 mass each. Very expensive. taking out a mass extractor, a good move. Take it out and get out, because you don't want to take too many heavy point defense fire. Too much heavy point defense fire. Sorry about that, guys. English is my primary language, I swear to you. And we got demolishers on the field. Definitely don't want to keep your loyalists sitting around. They're hard to hit, though. Loyalists are hard to hit, but you don't want them sitting around. I mean, you don't want to get hit by those demolishers. Whatever the heck I was trying to say there, you know what I mean. Might be time for a few Brackmen for the Cybern player, though. Vengeance. Might be time for some Brackmen. So, no, don't stop. Oh my goodness. See, this is Vengeance. This is what we don't want. See, this is, like, you gave Dynow plenty of time to respawn. Plenty of time to keep these from dying. Man, Vengeance should have looked here, nothing, kept going, and tried to get back. Because this is built. Especially if your opponent responds like that. Yeah, Dynow's gonna not... Oh, see? And he just keeps going. What's Vengeance doing? Whatever. I mean, Vengeance, you do you, boo-boo. Yeah, lost... didn't lose a Mass Extractor. That would have been an easy Mass Extractor pickup if Vengeance would have just kept going. And losing 2 units right here, not ideal. What would have been ideal is if 3 would have went up and just would have kept going. Check here. You know, don't just stand there. Check there. Nothing. Okay. Push up. Hit that Mass Extractor. Have those 2 units go around to maybe see any Mass Extractors here. Then they would meet up with the 3. Then you'd have 5 there. Then you could return back this way or turn around, because the 3, you'd have 5 versus 3. You'd win. You'd win that engagement, and you could have your units come back home or continue harassing this engineer. That engineer would have been there by now, or it would have delayed that engineer. Ah, good. There's some Brackmen in the field. Wow, that's a lot of demos. Probably a little too many demos for the amount of Brackmen on the unit on the field. Ooh, nice demo fire. Gotta say it. Gotta give it to you, Dynow. That was some good demo fire. Where's that going? Doing some damage, not getting some kills. Maybe ground firing? I'm not sure. Ooh, that was a good hit. Now that was a good hit. Now, that's the problem with the demolishers. You know, if you don't have enough units to fight, you're going to lose out when your opponent gets close. So hopefully there's enough rockheads. No, there's not enough rockheads. Need to get more rockheads for a little bit. Now, MML's good, but don't spam them like that. Oh, goodness. Spamming MMLs, that could be a problem. But I think he's ground firing, so... Not a bad prediction. That almost worked. If he was a split second later... Ooh, I thought we're all hitting. Nice shot there. Now, if he was a split second later, I think that demo shot would have just utterly devastated that army. Pretty good demo shots. Yeah, these are good demo shots here. And this is what you don't want to have happen with demos. Oh, nicely done there by Vengeance. See, that's why you want a bunch of rockheads. The rockheads would have been able to prevent some of that from happening. Well, maybe not. I don't know. But that was a good move there by Vengeance. Vengeance went in to all of those units, and he structured detonated an appropriate amount of units to destroy more of his opponent's units. So he won that engagement. The only thing that pushed him away was that fat boy. Now, those fat boys need to be used aggressively. Definitely don't build P shields in demos. Get some rockheads. What you need are rockheads. Have some demos, sure. Have some MMLs, sure. You don't even need MMLs because you have a fat boy now. But rockheads and the P shields and a small number of demos would be a really good combination there. Would be a great combination. So you don't even need MMLs. Look at that. Now I sound like one of those daytime, it was super late night. Oh, what are you guys talking about? You know, demos. You don't need demos. You don't need MMLs. You got the Fat Boy for three easy payments of $5.99. We'll send you 2 Fat Boys. You know, that type of thing. I didn't do a very good job at it. You know, I'm just having fun here. You know, just messing around. And this is why you want the Rockheads. The Rockheads would have protected that Fat Boy. This Fat Boy's going to die. And boom, down it goes. See, this Fat Boy shouldn't be pulling back. This Fat Boy should be pushing. This one Fat Boy will clean this up. It'll be okay. You see, and this is why this is a community cast. And I'm not trying to be, what would you call that, pejorative or unkind to these players. An over response. This is an over response. And yeah, I think he's in danger. And that maybe it's not an over response because maybe he saw on the radar all of those loyalists, and it was like, yeah, I better pull back. Now, I'm going to tell you guys, Fat Boys are not the best against Loyalists. They're great against Loyalists at range, but when those Loyalists jump jet and get in your face, yeah, that's going to be a bad time. Now, I would like to see Dynow, I would like to see him expand and pull back his units instead of just going in a straight line. Really pay attention to where your opponent's units are going. And this is how you lose Fat Boys. Good split in the Fat Boys, though, I gotta tell you. And good jump in. Great jump in by Vengeance. Now, Vengeance could go for the kill. Maybe not. There's a lot of Fat Boy fire. Dynow's in between 2. Yeah, that's a good spot to hunker, actually. That was a good move. That was a great move. That was a good hunker there by Dynow. Would have been an even better hunker if he went right here underneath the factory shield. Now that would have been good. All 4 of these mass extractors would have been firing. Good. That would have been a good job. Now, see, I don't understand why Dynow stopped building his smaller units. Now, you see that Fat Boy just got murdered right there really, really fast, or Control Kate or whatever. Fat Boys aren't necessarily good against small units like this. They're great at sieging. He doesn't need 3. I'm going to pause it real quick and talk about this. He doesn't need 3 gantries. What he needs are rockheads. He needs a bunch of rockheads, and he should have like 1 or 2 gantries going off. Build a bunch of rockheads to really protect these Fat Boys so that they could be very, very effective. And then maybe go into jackhammers, and then you could just park the jackhammer, and they'd shoot at armies and do massive damage. Just maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Or go into the AC-1K, because there's no anti-air, there's no air on the field, and that would devastate these land units very, very easily with no repercussion because there's no adapters on the field. You don't want to fly over factories or anything because structure detonate is a thing, but you could definitely devastate these units. So if that's what you want to do for experimentals, definitely do that. Now, Vengeance is going to be on the defensive right now, and rightfully so, because he's got a bunch of Fat Boys first. Look at this. And this is what Vengeance is going to... Wait, I meant Dynow's on the defensive. See? So Vengeance could split his units very effectively. Dynow is kind of in trouble. Look at that. Good split. Now that is a good split. Going right for the ICU. Forget it. Yeah, just go for it. Why not? You're young. Live a little. Dynow's dying now. And boom! Down he goes. So that was a pretty good play there by Vengeance. Vengeance saw an opening and he went for it. Then that's what happens when you overcommit to experimentals. Really, really read what your opponent's doing. If your opponent's going small land spam, maybe going experimentals isn't the best idea. Maybe going P-Shield Rockhead combo might be good. You know? That's a really difficult call for the UEF player. But that's probably what he should have done. So not a bad game, not a bad move there. And usually people want to go right for the experimentals. I know that. I've done it before. I've been guilty of this exact issue here. But Vengeance just went straight in, all in on his land units, and it worked. Megaliths would have had a hard time dealing with all those fat boys. However, a whole bunch of loyalists, they don't even care. Loyalists with a bunch of adapters would care even less. So that's really what happened. So very well played there, Vengeance, and very well played there, Dynow. Again, I'm not trying to be hypercritical, just trying to help you improve on your gameplay. You guys are very, very good players, and you guys are on your way to becoming pros, most definitely, because I saw a lot of great plays, a lot of good things that I even talk about in this. I mean, there was a lot of high-level play that I'm sitting there going like, yeah, this very well could have been a procast that a very, very, very easily could happen with just a few minor tweaks, like reading what your opponent doing, not overcommitting where you're going, and really capitalizing on the cyber flanks early on, and really getting involved there. So yeah, I mean, good job though. Like the cyber flank was pretty good, and everything done was pretty good. This is definitely a higher level community cast one of the higher level community casts that I have casted. And so thank you for sending it, Vengeance. It was actually quite good, and I gotta say it was way, like I said, high level community cast, and it's right there. You could definitely get there with a little more practice, and I want to encourage you guys to do it because I think you can. You guys' build orders could use a little bit more tweaking. Not bad though, not bad there though in the beginning, but I know what Vengeance was doing. He was going for a rush, so that was good. But definitely next time, once that rush happens, the minute your units start coming out, start attacking. Like, don't wait until you have a group. Send them up immediately. Just I'm gonna tell you why, because that's gonna force your opponent's ACU to go to deal with it. Because by the time you have 1 or 2, he has 0. So definitely send one out immediately, and threaten his engineers, threaten his expansions, and that'll force him to expand even less. So that's how you really do that. But that also will require you to really attend to the attack and maybe not expand as much because you'll be too busy attacking. But definitely master attacking and building an expansion. I gotta tell you, I was very happy to see Vengeance, expanding while he was flanking. His flank may not have done a lot of damage, but he expanded, and that's what really afforded him all of these factories, and that's what really helped him win the game. And Dynow, he wasn't able to expand because of the cyber flank. So kudos to Vengeance, But Dynow did find a way to expand. He did expand, and you gotta say it's good he did expand. I'm gonna repeat that. It's good you expanded. Expanding is a good thing. Definitely always do that every chance you could get. Definitely read what's happening first. Like if you need troops, go for troops before the expansion. If you're able to expand, definitely do it. So yeah, sorry I rambled there. I just wanted to let you guys know how you can improve. Like Dynow, don't always go all in on experimentals. Really read what your opponent's doing, and always consider as UEF maybe tanking to AC1K when your opponent's going all land. Right? Like right there, you could have done some massive damage to these land units with the AC1K. Would have been hard to, with proper micro, you could have kept at distance and destroy everything here, especially when you have like 4 AC1K units on the field. They would have just nuked everything at range, and structure detonate wouldn't have mattered because you could outrange the structure detonate. But if you get close, don't let the computer allow the unit to get close. So that's a little advice right there. So hopefully that helps you guys. I mean, I've seen a lot of games, so that's how I know I'm not the best player in the world, but I'm telling you right now, pros would have played that a little bit differently. But still, very, very good plays. And I got to tell you, you're right at the edge of being like some of the better players in the world. So keep it up, guys. Keep it up. And thank you again for sending me this Vengeance. So guys, like this video, subscribe to my channel, favorite because it helps me out, and send your good replays to steelspeaks@gmail.com, or do what Vengeance did and join the Supreme Commander 2 Discord server and uploaded it at #replays for SteelSpeaks, and then he added me, and he was very patient. He waited, and now it's his turn to be cast. So here you go, Vengeance. Hope you like it. And you could also direct message me on Discord. And guys, comment down below, say something nice, say something positive about the players, about the game, just say something positive, because we need more positivity in the world, because, you know, lots of bad things happen, and we really want to focus on the good so we could be happier, right? So being happy is a very important thing in life. I mean, at least being able to continue on with your life. You know what I mean? So this is be positive and nice to each other. So that's what I really, really would like to see. So guys, yeah, if you like what I do and you want to support this channel, I have a Patreon page. Click the link down below to get involved with that. And guys, seriously, I gotta say thank you to Iron Commander, Alpha Hex, No Vitrix, and Helios. Guys, thank you so much for being patrons. You guys mean the world to me, and I appreciate you. Thank you, patrons. And if you guys don't like a subscription service, you can buy my band's music anywhere music is streamed or sold, but I'm going to suggest bandcamp.com, because you can buy my band's music, my entire discography, for $2.50 on bandcamp.com. That's a very good deal for all that music. And we're going to be releasing more, so you'll see. So yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, and if you don't have any money, or if you don't want to spend any money, I entirely understand that. You know, just watching my videos helps me out. Watch it all the way to the end, that helps me out. Comment my music video, these SteelSpeaks videos. Comment my music records videos, my Black It Out videos. Just comment them, say something nice. Like them, watch them. That helps me out. And if you want to help me out also, click the link down below and check out my band's Spotify. Listen to some of the songs all the way through. That helps me out a lot as well. Just watching these videos is helpful as well, but watching all the way to the end is even more helpful. So guys, thank you so much for all of that. So yeah, share with your friends, family, and foes, because you need something interesting to watch as well. And as always, everyone, GG.